Joe Biden's 20th executive order created the COVID-19 testing board, and it seeks to promote a more sustainable healthcare workforce, public healthcare workforce, meaning that the doctors and nurses and everything that we have in the public system are going to be given a healthy pipeline to make sure that we have plenty of people in those positions. Obviously, healthcare is self-evidently an important field. The issue is that government's in the way of a lot of people getting educated easily and getting into jobs quickly. And we like to drag out our best and brightest into a 12-year track to becoming a doctor after high school, which is just insane to me, because most of those people knew they were going to be a doctor at 12, and they could become a doctor probably by the age of 21 on a normal track, just on a track that's efficient and doesn't make them create a whole bunch of things on their resume in high school to try to get into college, and then try to build up their resume in college to try to get into medical school, and then try to do well in medical school to try to get into the right specialization, and then try to find the right resident. We are making these poor people work themselves to death before they even start working, and we put them into a bunch of debt, so they have to charge a bunch of money. They can't work just to cover cost of living. They have to pay off debt to the overlords. And that's part of the reason why healthcare is so scarce and so expensive. So, and like, I'm against the student debt thing, but the people who have been indoctrinated by their schools to think politically in a certain way are also like talking about how they were basically screwed by those schools economically because they were not given a bang for their buck kind of scenario. If you had been given an economically viable education, you don't need student loan forgiveness. It's because you got robbed and you got indoctrinated and you got programmed into a retarded ideology and a retarded system that is just what would you say? It's a fraction of what it used to be. Our education system in the United States is next to worthless now. The North Korean escapee Yeonmi Park talked about her time at Columbia University, and said that it was a waste of time and money. And that is, as Jordan Peterson said, that is appalling. That is pathetic, but that is the reality of our education system. America needs to either revive it or burn it to the ground through competition with something better that will replace it. I want to see the replacement thing happen, but I would be willing to be satisfied with a revival of our institutions, because I think that's the healthier way to go. And sometimes competition will help that facilitate itself, so it's not an either or kind of thing.